A few years ago, I was one of 3 people to make it onto a lifeboat from a sinking ship. It wasn't that I was fastest or that I was at the front of the line. I had 60 seconds to make a pitch to a boat full of strangers and convince them to give me that last seat on that lifeboat. If you had 60 seconds to make a pitch to literally save your life, what would you say? You know, it is a moment that is burned into my memory, but not for the reasons you may think. Luckily, there were no human lives lost as a result of this shipwreck. It was a simulation during a leadership training out in California. But there I was, lights on me in this moment, and I had to dig deep. I had to discover, what is it that was different about me? I had to own it fully in that moment, and I had to sell who I was and link it to why it mattered. Discover, own, and sell. And you know, I realize there are so many times in life where we have to do just that. We have to discover who we are, own it in the moment, and sell who we are. Whether we're pitching ideas to colleagues in a team meeting, whether we're on LinkedIn and trying to share our team culture to attract top talent into our organization. Or if we're here in this room having a one-on-one coffee with someone trying to earn their advocacy, we have to sell who we are and link it to why it matters. But here's the thing, before we can do that, before we can walk with confidence into work and get ready to sell ourselves, we have to first bring all of who we really are into work. And let's face it, friends, that takes courage. I think actually it takes massive courage to bring all the parts of you into work every day, especially not wondering about what others may think or do or say or whisper. And I feel like there are these unwritten rules that sometimes hold us back. You know, sometimes they are cultural. Maybe English is your second or third language, and you're worried about being misunderstood in that meeting again. Maybe it's gender beliefs that are holding you back. You're the only woman in that engineering meeting, wondering how to be seen or heard, or at least interrupted less. You know what that feels like. Maybe it's life experience. You know, you took a big risk and it didn't work out. You made a big, bold ask and you got rejected. And the memory of that lingers just a little bit longer. So when you feel like you want to take this step forward, these unwritten rules continue to hold you back. So I want to offer you a new way to click unmute, to bring more of who you really are in to all those different situations. And the truth is, it's a lot less about you than you think. Look at it this way. If you have a strength, a talent, lessons learned from life experience, and you're keeping it hidden, you are stealing value from people who need it most. It's less about you and more about how your life experience can be pivotal for that mentor who's at a fork in the road and really needs to hear the story that you can share. It's about how you can be the problem, the solution to somebody's problem. It serves no one to keep your brilliance bottled inside. It's time to click on mute. I'm Tania Desa, and I'm going to show you how.